Hey, welcome to HoopSpeak Live. I'm Beckley Mason. With me, as always, from here on out, the return of the champ, Ethan Sherwood Strauss, and Zach. What's a good middle name for you today? Let's just go with Keith. I always think you look like a Keith Harper. Welcome to HoopSpeak Live. Lots to talk about today. We're going to have Miles Brown on from A Wolf Among Wolves to talk about, I don't know, Ricky Rubio, contract extensions for Love. This will basically turn into him. It'll basically turn into him and Zach just exclaiming how much they love Rubio. But until then, we've got some other big topics, including Russell Westbrook's massive extension. He got the max, and we're going to have Daily Thunder himself, Royce Young, on to talk about it. Very excited for this show. I've got a lot of coffee in me, so let's get right to it. I think first topic I want to throw out there is this NBA season is really weird. The basketball has been all over the place, from pretty fun to really completely terrible, often in one game. That was the case last night with the Clippers and Mavs. I watched them. I wrote a post today basically saying that these are teams and these are games that can't teach us a lot about themselves yet, right? Like, we don't know who the Clippers are. We don't know who the Mavericks are, but they can teach us a thing or two about basketball. And that's the value here, is we're still learning a ton about the game and occasionally about individual players. So, you guys have some comment on that?
I think you pretty much summed it up there.
Let's move and okay, so we're gonna move right along from my monologue. We, as usual, started a couple minutes late. Had to throw back some coffee to get going.
I was joking.
So instead of making this participatory, I'm just gonna cut everyone else out. Let's keep a one shot for this, and let's go take the bacon. This time, the ambassador of bacon himself will not be participating. This is going to be me and Ethan throwing down. Ethan, you wrote about Blake Griffin and his stubby T-Rex arms. Let's have a debate.
Yeah. His stubby nubbins, those arms are. Well, let's set the terms of this debate first. I'm not saying that Blake Griffin will be a bad defender. I'm not saying that he can't be a good one. All I am saying is that he can't become an elite defender, because to defend power forwards, and there are so many scoring power forwards, you need to have length to contest shots. And it's just, when you look at the great power forward defenders, they have length. KG, Gerald Wallace, Josh Smith, to name a few. So Blake doesn't have that. He has the shortest standing reach of any prominent power forward. Any power forward who is a starter and has his standing reach listed, Blake has the shortest, and he has the second shortest wingspan. I think with that limitation, you can't become elite. It's impossible.
So you're saying elite as in like the top 3 or 4 power forward defenders in the NBA?
Yes. I think that's
okay. I mean, that's a pretty limiting debate. I think that Blake can actually be a really devastating. Well, I'm saying you're like, okay, here's my position, which is that Kevin Durant will never lead the league in assists. It's like, oh, really, really tough debate point there. But I will say this about Griffin, which is that with someone with his foot speed, should be able to do a lot on the court defensively, specifically in terms of switching, in terms of rotating quickly, and in terms of taking a lot of charges. And I think that we underrate a system's ability to help a defender like Blake. And also, I think we underrate the impact that foot speed and just kind of mental awareness have. And so right now he's got one of the three, right? He's got foot speed, he's not long, and he doesn't seem to be too aware. If he gets 2 out of 3, maybe he won't be elite, but I don't see any reason why he can't be a plus defender. He's basically the same size as Haslem.
Well, I think that he could be a plus. Well, yeah, I think he could be a plus, but I would also say that for all Spoelstra waxes poetic about Udonis Haslem, I don't think Udonis Haslem is an elite power forward defender. I think Chuck Hayes, for instance, who has incredible foot speed, probably the best lateral mobility of any power forward, he is an asset defensively, but I still don't want Chuck Hayes guarding LaMarcus Aldridge. So I think that you do need length to be an elite power forward defender. And as much as we want to make defense about heart and grit and character and instincts, there is just this functional issue of you need to have the arms. It's important. Blake doesn't have it. He could be good, can't be great, can't be top 4.
Yeah, he can't be
Boxed
top
in.
4. Yeah, I mean, I really don't like where you set the terms of this debate,
You said he
considering...
could be.
What do you mean I said he could be?
let me jump
I said
in
he
here.
could be... Alright.
With your eyes.
Let me jump in here. I agree with Ethan that I really don't see him being an elite defender. I don't even see him being a very good defender in terms of top 10 or 15 power forwards in the league. However, I don't think that means he can't be functional within a system the same way Dirk has been since Carlisle came to Dallas. With that said, I think I'm going to award Beckley. He was a little louder, which I
Wow.
appreciated.
Always be
And,
louder.
And I want to cheer Ethan up with the bacon, but I want Ethan to really fight for it next time.
Well, Ethan doesn't even like bacon,
I was
so you have
fighting
to
as
keep
hard as
that
I
in
could,
mind.
Zach.
Would it be
I'll eat
racist
it.
for me to say like eat the or like take the matzah? Is that not okay? Is that racist?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's
like a cracker, right?
how
I don't even know.
How
that is.
exactly
By the way,
do you
awful
term
thing.
how offensive that is?
Yeah, by the way, can we get the Jewish people to stop doing that around Passover? This isn't going to really connect with anybody, but perhaps Noam will probably disagree with me anyway.
If anybody
But
can, it's this show.
Yeah, if
Finding the
we're gonna start a
afikomen
movement.
or going on a scavenger hunt. Going on a scavenger hunt for the matzah bread. It's just, maybe you get $1 or $2 from your granddad, but it's not, matzah's terrible. It's not a good prize. It's cardboard. It just makes you feel like Christmas is probably a better deal all the way through.